Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm giving you a tour of my Notion dashboard, showing you how I organize my life this 2025. If you've been struggling with staying on top of your goals, tasks, and plans, stick around, the system might inspire you. So, here's my dashboard, my central hub for everything. So I've kept it clean and easy to navigate with quick links at the top. So I have a habit and routines tracker, home inventory management, content calendar, a meal planner, business hub, and archive. So, balikan natin yan later on. For now, mag-stay muna tayo sa dashboard. So, as we scroll down, I have here a vision board, my vision board for 2025. So, basically, my theme for 2025 is to embody the essence of home, being loved, secure, and motivated. So, I wanted to create a safe and joyful space for my baby and committed to prioritizing and nurturing my relationship with family and friends, ensuring that our bonds grow stronger and more meaningful throughout the year. My priorities this 2025 are: first, nurture relationships. Next is to be mindful of my consumption, be it intentional with both physical and digital consumption. Third, for financial growth, we are prioritizing saving and investing aggressively to secure our future for this year. And then find and build a new home for 2025. We wanted to move into a more spacious home to accommodate our growing family this year. And then lastly, health and fitness to look and feel healthy and happy for 2025. So speaking of goals, I have categorized it into personal goals, financial goals, career or business goals, and some fun goals as well. Next, we have my 2025 projects for this year. So, in this section are the goals that will take months or longer to accomplish. For example, a new apartment, um, a new project. And then, I've also started preparing for my baby's first birthday sa June. So, meron ako ditong project details, then steps to accomplish this project. So, meron akong checklist ng lahat ng mga need gawin or i-prepare para sa first birthday niya. Nag-add din ako ng project costing table. So, meron ako yung mga particulars, my budget, and yung actual. So, this actual column is linked with the expense tracker. So, for example, so ito yung budget ko and then ito yung actual. Sa expenses, for example, nag-down ako ng 20,000, ay ng 10,000. So, 50%, ayan, oops, DP, then 10,000. So, as you can see, nakalink na siya dun sa actual column, and then I can also attach mga receipts or invoice dito sa last column. So, nakikita ko pa lang yung need namin i-prepare dito. Actually rethinking kung magpo-proceed ba kami with the party or we keep it intimate or mag-travel na lang. Yun yung practical side of me, but yung mother side of me gustong i-push pa rin yung birthday party. So, let's see. Sa June. Okay. Going back dun sa dashboard, anyway, ayan, meron naman ako ditong master list. So, I have here yung kanong quarter, anong month, nakaspecify yan, the tasks and reminders, ayan, tapos may tags din. So, I have personal, work, or biz, and then, if kung may meeting, ayan, nakatag na yan. Pwede nyo naman itong i-edit later on. Then, I have the due date, status, yan, kung in progress, not started, or done na. And then, may remarks column din sa last. So, naka-auto-filter na to. So, for my filter, ayan, meron na tong yung mga naka-uncheck, ito. And then, kung anong month, kung pwede ko ring ayan, kung ano yung mga projects ko. Ayan, pwede ko lang siyang i-filter. Tapos, kung gusto kong i-filter by status, pwede lang din. So, ito check ko lang kung pati yung completed or yung to-do lang ba or yung in progress. Ayan. So, madali na lang siyang i-manage. So, once at the end of the month, check ko lang to para ma-check ko kung ano yung mga kailangan ng i-filter. So, for example, kung lahat na yan, so, i-archive ko na lang to. Ayan. Kung tapos na. And then, mag-a-appear na to or malilink na to din sa archive page. So, when we go back to archive page, andyan na lahat ng mga na-tag as archive. Okay, then lastly, I have a monthly reset section to reflect on my wins and challenges for this month, and then to prepare as well for next month. Set goals and intentions for next month. Okay, let's move back to the quick link. So first, yung habits and routines tracker. So yung first table are my habits. Ayan, yung mga habits na gusto kong i-establish for this year. And then for each day or each week, ayan, tinatrack ko lang siya. And then at the end of each week, i-reset ko lang din. Ayan. Then nag-add din ako ng cleaning checklist dito. Actually, hindi ko masyadong nagagamit tong daily tasks or daily cleaning checklist. Hindi ko siya masyadong, since naka-routine na talaga siya sa akin. But I always check tong sa scheduled tasks. Yung yung mga once a week na tasks, once a month, and then once a year. And then i-click ko lang yung done. Ayan, kapag tapos na. And then meron akong weekly reset and monthly reset button dun sa last. Moving on to my most used section, the home inventory tracker. So this is where we keep our most used items at home. Ayan. So nakakategorize siya into pantry, freezer, fridge, baby needs, personal care, health kit, and the cleaning supplies. So kung mag-add ng new items for each category, click lang tong plus button. Ayan. And then, enter ko lang yung price. So, kung sa quantity, I usually kept it blank. In-update ko na lang siya once na need na namin i-refill yung item. So, for example, sa baby needs tayo. Ayan. Check ko lang tong mga to. I-check ko lang yung mga items na kailangan kong i-add sa grocery list namin. So, once na na-check na siya, ayan, mag-a-appear na siya dito sa table, and then i-adjust ko na lang kung ilan quantity ang need namin. So, for example, ayan. Yan. And then, dun sa total, makikita na agad kung magkano yung projected cost ng grocery namin. Ayan. Kita na dito. So, yun na yung prepare namin na item. Then, after na completed na yan, i-reset ko lang. Ayan. So, very useful on our part. Okay. Next is the content calendar, another use item or use section. So, meron akong planner for my email series. Ayan. So, yung topic, yung schedule, and then yung progress. And then, click ko lang to for status if gusto kong naka-board view siya. Ayan. Tapos, kung na-approve na or no progress, ayan. Kung na-publish or scheduled, so makikita na agad. Then, for social media, weekly akong nagpa-plan dito. And then, may calendar view din. So, makikita dito yung content, kung ano yung details for each, kung anong type, kung story, reels, carousel, or email. And then, kailan yung due date, and then yung publish date. Then, yung status, kung research pa lang ba, filming, editing, scheduled, or what. Ayan. Nakalagay na yan lahat siya. So, same lang to dun sa inventory tracker. So, meron na akong brain dump section dito. And then, ito-check ko na lang kung i-add ko na siya sa content calendar ko. And then, schedule ko na lang kung anong week and kung kay anong type. Ayan. Then, sa last part, ito naman yung schedule, content schedule ko for the FB group that I recently created, yung Rich Girl Glow Up. So, yan. Meron akong daily themes, and then kung nagpe-prepare ako ng mga 4 or 5 contents per team. Ayan. Or 4 content pillar. Okay. Next naman is the meal planner muna pala. So, dito sa weekly meal plan namin, nakalink din siya dito sa may recipe section. For example, i-reset ko to. And then, for meal planning, i-check ko lang kung gusto ko siyang isali for this week's meals. And then, malilink na siya dito sa my weekly planner. Naka-categorize na rin siya into breakfast, dinner, lunch, and snacks. Okay, sa Business Hub naman, dito ko tinatrack yung mga freelance projects ko. Sa first table is yung client portal. So, dito kung kailan yung month, sinong client, yung progress if leads, the start in progress revision or offboarding, Tapos kung ano yung deliverables para at a glance makikita ko na kung ano yung kailangan ko i-prioritize, and then yung project cost, payments balance, and then kung yung payment status nila. So, for example, itong first lead ko dito, client, halimbawa, nag-paid na siya. So, to start ko na to, ang project cost, for example, is 20,000. Ayan. So, mag-a-appear na rin siya dito sa progress tracker. So, sa progress tracker, kiniklik ko lang tong pen button kung kailan yung deal date. For example, January 24, and then yung due date niya is January 31. Then, kung halimbawa, in progress na to, and then, halimbawa, revision na, i-move ko lang. So, mas at a glance, makikita ko na agad yung project status ko, ganun. Lastly, yung payment tracker, nakalink na to sa client portal. So, for example, yung client 1, ayan, ko lang siya dyan. Tapos, nag-DP siya ng 50%. Ayan, malilink na siya dito sa balance and payments. Tapos, kung full payment naman siya, halimbawa 20,000, ayan, mag-update din yung sa client portal ko. And I can also add attachments, halimbawa yung invoice or contract, pwede lang din dito, and notes. By the way, kapag clinic ko pala to, ayan, meron ditong space for project goals, notes, revision, then another column to add or attach contract and yung proof of payment. Then may archive section din ako dito. So pag clinic ko yung archive dito, link na siya dito sa archive section. Para hindi mukhang overwhelming yung page ko for each month. So makikita na rin dito kung how much yung total project for the selected period. Pwede ko lang din itong i-filter. Halimbawa, February naman. Ayan. So, mag-filter na siya automatically. Okay. So, yun lang naman. So, that's how I organize my life through Notion. I hope you find this helpful. Thank you so much.